What's good, family? I'm just chilling. It's your boy, one Sir Grovey D. Just kicking it up on the mic, spitting some game. You feel me? You heard? So yeah, it's just that time of year where it's like snowflakes and shit be around and about and just bountiful, plentiful, abundant and such. So on my previous episode of this here show podcast, casting 495 celebrities worldwide, C4CW, your boy, yours truly, one Sir Grovey D, was talking about this motherfucking bitch ass terrorist ISIS ass bitch who wants to try to get back up in the US of America and shit. And I was like, yo, fuck all that noise though. So this is just a continuation of the shit that I be speaking on, paying homage to our forefathers and predecessors and forebears, foremothers and such. Yeah. Cause I just keeps it G like that. Your boy, one Sir Grove, OSGOE of 495. Been talking to the homie Sendo, aka Sendar, of 495/level 4. And man, shit is off the easy, brethren. And just putting the finishing touches on a video that we're working on here in the Big Apple, New York, and Empire State, Empire Building and such. And just been rapping with the homies, going over the details of the blueprint schematics, i.e. game Plizan. And man, I've just been peeping the news, checking things out here and there. By the way, this is a mobile podcast, and I really, do appreciate you if you happen to appreciate this here show now. And yeah, partner, shit is popping. So, your boy Tekashi 6ix9ine, a lot of speculation. I never speculate. Man, I know better than to assume that a nigga be snitching when I ain't got no proof. You hear? And ain't no proof other than some sound bites and TMZ speculation. No disrespect to Harvey Levin. I like me some TMZ news gossip and such. But sometimes they be reaching and extrapolating a bit much there. And so, on one hand, shout outs to TMZ. On the other hand, like Public Enemy said, not only does it take a nation of millions to hold back blacks, but man, gotta fight the power and don't believe the hype now. So Tekashi 6ix9ine, this cat is he's a brilliant young man in my book, and quite genius in my opinion. And so I really don't believe that the young man is going around snitching now. And I believe that a lot of speculators just doing their speculatings. And I ain't seen no damn proof or evidence. I'll give you one prime example. So the attorney who, when Tekashi was first on lockdown, the attorney, some folks had referred to and still do as Tekashi's attorney, even though he's not Tekashi's actual attorney thus far. But he does speak on a lot of the current events pertaining to Tekashi 6ix9ine and his goings on. And so the attorney, Tekashi's attorney, quasi de facto attorney, he, the spokesperson for Tekashi, I suppose, he has said that what people have been saying on YouTube, social media now regarding Tekashi and how he's already agreed to snitch and so forth, that apparently there's a clerical error with respects to these letters of the laws and the attorneys that have written such instruments and letters there. And apparently it's all hypothetical in that if Tekashi were to provide certain information, and it doesn't stipulate exactly how much, but it just says something to that effects, that if he were to cooperate fully and wholly, wholeheartedly and entirely with this hypothetical snitching or cooperations, that it is theoretically possible that some judge might say, well, okay, young man, you've done a good service for America, and time served for your hardship, young man, beings that you've been downs for some lengths of times, and niggas was plotting to kill you after you was riding for them dirty bloods niggas. And I'm just saying, quote from Tekashi 6ix9ine, he called them dirty bloods, even though he's a Bloods gang member himself now, one of them non-trace gangsters. He called them dirty bloods because they was dirty to him and was trying to do the backstabbings and such, and fuck his girls and all these kinds of things in terms of his his girlfriends. And so, being that they did the backstabbings, and he was riding real solid for him, propping their names up worldwide, because they didn't really have any kind of real name in the world of arts and entertainment, music media, other than federal crime dossiers and reports based on criminal racketeerings. Now, Tekashi 6ix9ine came along, a little fella, and he took their brand to the next level internationally, worldwide. And when he did that, these dirty bloods, not the good bloods, but the dirty ones, the dirty bloods, they only sought to stab the little fella in his back. And, being as colorful as he was with his shtick and everything that he does his way, with his whole business philosophy and, his trollings and everything that he was doing that made him and his street gang of good bloods and dirty bloods, made them a little small fortune. They decided to try to pilfer some monies from the young little fella and go ahead and then fuck his girlfriends. And so when they did that, he had a little change of heart there with the Skittle Empire. It said King Skittle. And King Skittles was like, nuh-uh, I'm out. I ain't fucking with no dirty bloods. And so then the feds was like, okay, well, you got to cooperate with us, son, because these dirty bloods, we got the wiretaps, and they said that they gonna try to ride at high noon. And he was like, I ain't really trying to cooperate in any way, shape, or form. I can handle my own. They locked the kid up. They just said, now you gonna have to cooperate. So I'm hearing stories that the young man, little fella's been cooperating, but I also know how J. Edgar Hoover and his COINTELPRO operate with the magician's tricks and the illusions and the illusory business aspects of it all, going back to the days of the inception of the J. Edgar Hoover Foundation, and how they do the dirty ops themselves, just like the dirty bloods. So beings that you're hearing stories in the media that Tekashi 6ix9ine has been snitching and cooperating with J. Edgar Hoover's people, I'm simply just not buying it. And quite frankly, I don't see any paperwork other than hearing from some dirty niggas that Tekashi somehow on court federal record, 40 some pages or 60 or whatever years he's facing, 47 and however many dozens of pages and reams of documents and court dockets and so on and so forth now, that he's somehow in that set of paperwork snitching, and that he's about to get off scot-free. I do believe the young man deserves to get off scot-free because he was manipulated by some dirty bloods, and he's a good blood, I believe, and unfortunately he was riding for some dirty bloods. And so with the whole backstabbery that took place and fucking his girlfriends, and just not being loyal to the little fella that was loyal to their Dirty Bloods organization, not knowing that them was some Dirty Bloods. He was hoping they was some good bloods, but they turned out to be Dirty Bloods. So I hope that he gets off scot-free because, quite frankly, the type of dirt that he had done allegedly is small beans compared to the type of dirt that J. Edgar Hoover and his organization has been known to carry out since time immemorial. And quite frankly, shooting guns at rivals that, threaten to kill you and your family. I mean, is that really a crime? I mean, I do believe that the crew that Tekashi supposedly, allegedly admitted to putting a hit out that they had, been plotting against him too. So he was really only defending himself. And then, selling some fentanyl on the streets of New York is pretty normal, course business and, the drug arena. So I don't see how that really justifies 47 years in prison. And that's all speculative as well. And heroin sales, I mean, shoot. There was a heroin shooting den, heroin gallery across the street from where I used to live on the West Coast. And I knew a few heroin, addicts and whatnot that would be out on the block. And we used to have some regular convo. So, that being said, I don't really see that justifying 47 years. Look, so far, the kid just living in New York, right here, Big Apple, Empire State, man, just trying to ride for some people, man, who he thought was going to support the music. And as it turns out, these dirty niggas was involved in some dirty backstabbery. So do I think he should be doing any time? Nah, I never really thought the little fella should do a day in jail. He got good lyrics, and some people have said he's a mumble rapper. He's not even in the category of mumble rapping. He is not a mumble rapper. He does not mumble when he raps. You can hear clearly what he says if you just listen to the music. So he's not a mumble rapper. I have seen no evidence that he's actually snitching. Tekashi's attorney, who's not really his attorney, but the dude that be speaking on behalf of what he's seen in courts and stuff surrounding and around Tekashi and that Tekashi's been in, that attorney, whatever his name is, that dude that be popping up on social media with all the little tidbits and morsels in terms of what's going on with Tekashi, he even said that the little paperwork that people were speaking on saying is definitive, concrete information, evidence that Tekashi 6ix9ine has agreed to snitch, that it ain't even really what that is there. So quite honestly, I cannot say that I believe that Tekashi 6ix9ine is snitching just because arrests are going down and just because, it looks like he's dropping names and then just all of a sudden kind of coincidentally, conveniently, those same people are being arrested. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, and from what I know, that's J. Edgar Hoover trickery right there now. They want to try to paint it a certain way, or someone's got some type of animosity against some kid with the rainbow hair because he didn't want to cooperate and he said he wasn't snitching, so now they got to try to make it look like he is. I don't think the young man's going into any kind of witness protection program. I don't believe that for a minute, for a second. Shoot. Can't disguise his voice. Even with the laser removal of the tattoos, everybody in the world know who Tekashi 6ix9ine is. So I ain't even buying the story about the witness protection program now, you heard? And so at any rate, I ain't seen no evidence that he snitched on anyone. All I've seen is a bunch of hyperboles and a bunch of speculations. And so Tekashi 6ix9ine, I still like Tekashi 6ix9ine music. And it's really unfortunate that he was riding for some niggas who he thought was some good bloods, but they turned out to be dirty bloods. I'm your boy, One Sir Grove. Free my boy Tekashi 6ix9ine. We need to hear some new tunes from the young man, little fella. And 10 for 10. Let's go 11 for 11. You heard? I'm your boy, OSGOE, aka Big Grove Dog, just from that little country town now. You heard?